Hey guys, this is a blog post for my electric rig. This is what I'll use basically anytime I play electric, a lot on Sunday mornings and for other things also, but I used to have quite a bit more pedals, but I found that I really didn't know how to use them very well, so I kind of scaled down and have kind of the basics, and it's really, when I simplified it, it's really helped me quite a bit. This in here is my wah pedal, and it's a VBE wah. It's got on the side here a knob that will kind of change the sound and depth of the wah, and so you can mix it either way or kind of right in the middle. And it's a good pedal. It's a good effect to use kind of on fast songs or kind of like some intros or instrumentals. It kind of adds a little extra flavor and pops it out of the mix a little bit more. That's my tuner, and I got the Polytune because you can, I don't have my guitar plugged in right now, but you can strum all 6 strings and it'll kind of show you each string and if it's sharp or flat, and you could tune them all, with one strum, which I thought I would use that a lot, but I actually don't use it that much. I generally do one string at a time, and maybe it's just out of habit, but I just seem to always do that instead. But it's a good tuner. It's true bypass, which is good, but it doesn't matter with my system because there's pedals on here that aren't true bypass, but it's a good pedal. It's got an input and output power source, so you can actually power your tuner and then link, I think, like 8 pedals, or I'm not positive, but I think it's like 8 pedals. Is my main overdrive. It's the Voodoo Labs Sparkle Drive. I really like this pedal. It's generally on most of the time, unless I need a super duper clean sound. I'll have this on, and what I love about this pedal is you can mix in some of your clean tone, so that gives you quite a bit of control about what your overdrive sounds like, and it gives you a lot more options. And really, it's probably I've tried a couple different overdrive pedals, and this one has been my favorite one so far. Up here we've got the compressor, Keeley compressor. This is the 2-knob version, and I'll generally have this on pretty much all the time. Like with my hollow body electric, it doesn't have very good sustain, so definitely bump it up. But something like a Les Paul or another guitar that has a better sustain, I can kind of turn it down a little bit, but this really improves the sound, in my opinion. We have the Jekyll and Hyde. And this is cool because it's by Visual Sound, and it's got on this side you've got overdrive, and on this side you've got distortion. And I use this overdrive as my kind of second level overdrive. So I've got my Voodoo, my Sparkle drive, my main overdrive, and then if I need to bump up my volume and give it a little bit more a rougher sound, a more like crunchy sound, a more distorted sound, then I'll pop this on, and it'll boost my volume, and it'll help whatever I'm doing stand out in the mix a little more. So once I engage that, I'm on level 2, and then I rarely use the distortion, except for songs like, I don't know, for instance, My Glorious for the intro of that. I like to just really dirty it up, and I'll have that on as well. And so that's kind of my third level in volume especially. And then when you add distortion, it just it really breaks up the sound. It just distorts it pretty good. But these switches here, on the distortion side, you can do a sharp or blunt, which is the high ends really cut through when it's on sharp, and the blunt, it's just kind of more darker, lower tone sounding. I generally do sharp on that one. And on the overdrive, you've got your bass boost on or off. And again, depending on what guitar I'm using, I generally have it on. But if I've got a guitar that's got a really prominent low end, then I'll cut it off probably. This pedal here is my delay pedal. It's the DD20 Giga delay. I like this one because you can save the presets. You've got 4 banks where you can save a preset, so if there's some kind of special type of delay I want on certain songs, I can preset them. And then once on this green here, I can just manually adjust some of the stuff, and a lot of times I'll do that during like prayer or something. If I do some swells or something, I'll just kind of manually adjust it. And this button here goes through the memory slots, and this turns it on and off. And it used to be this pedal, if I hold it down, it would be my tap tempo. But then I built this little tap tempo pedal. It was really easy to build. So I made this tap tempo pedal, which was really easy to make. So that's where I'll tap the tempo now, so that I can always use this button for the memory, and it's come in handy. It's a little simple pedal. This next pedal is actually like a cheap multi-effects pedal, the Digitech. And this is basically if I need some kind of other effect or a sound that's not in any of these, like different things like chorus and reverb, other like just effects like phaser and flanger, and it's basically got anything you need. And one thing I'll use a lot is the auto swell, and so I'll have my delay on and the auto swell, and it makes a really cool kind of pad sound that I can use during like prayer or a slower part of a song, but it sounds really neat. Also, if I wanted to have 2 delays going, there's delays on here, and you set it into a bank, so it's super easy just to like go to the bank that you need. And when I'm not using it, I just push both the pedals and it goes to bypass mode, and it's normally in bypass mode. There's no setting that I just keep on all the time on this. It's kind of just like a special, if I need something for a special song. And this is my volume pedal, just a Ernie Ball Jr. volume pedal. Works great. Haven't had any problems with this at all. And really, it's there so I can mute it or do some swells. But if I'm just playing, then it's totally wide open. So.